Welcome to your class on appearance, health, and well-being. If you're listening to this tape now, I'm going to assume that you've already completed the basic course. If you haven't, it is highly recommended that you stop this tape, complete all 10 tapes of the regular basic course before you proceed. The exercises on this tape are based on the material that has already been learned on the previous tapes. So let's proceed. We're going to be going through a series of releasing exercises that will show you how to apply the method towards focusing on your feelings about your appearance, your health, and well-being. Now, it's important to note that we're not going to try to treat, diagnose, or cure any medical condition. If you have a medical condition, please consult with your medical professional. This tape is only designed to be an aid in that direction, to help you do what it is that would be best for you, and also, more importantly, to release the feelings that are causing you to not feel good, and more importantly, to release the feelings that are standing in the way of the healing process, and also standing in the way of you looking the way you'd like to look. So let's start by focusing on our feelings about our parents. Now, the reason we've been starting on these tapes with our parental relationship, or the feelings we have about our parents on specific areas, is that we model ourselves after our parents from a very young age, either from direct copying or from resisting what they're like or what they're doing. Either way, it colors dramatically how we experience life and how we feel. So allow yourself to focus on your parents and see what their overall feeling was about their bodies and their appearance, and also about your body and appearance. And see if there's anything about that that you'd like to change. If so, could you let go of wanting to change it? Find something else about your parents' attitudes towards their bodies and their attitude towards yours that you'd like to change. And could you let go of wanting to change it? Is there something else about your parents' attitudes towards their bodies, or their attitude towards your body, that you don't like or would like to change? And could you let go of wanting to change that? Is there anything about your parents' attitudes towards their body or your body that you resist? And could you let go of that resistance? Find something else about your parents' attitudes towards their body or your body that you resist. And could you allow that resistance to dissolve? Did your parents think of themselves as too fat, or unhealthy, or awkward in their bodies? And can you see how you've either adapted that for yourself without even wanting to, or are living in resistance to it? And either way, notice how you'd like to change that. And could you let go of wanting to change it? Find something else about your parents' bodies, how they related to them, or how they related to your body, that you find uncomfortable, that you don't like, that you're wanting to change. And could you let go of wanting to change that? Is there anything else about your parents' relationship to their own bodies or your own that you're resisting? And could you let go of resisting that? And see if there's anything about your parents' attitudes towards their bodies or their attitudes towards yours that you've subconsciously taken on as your own. And if it's not something that you like, see if you're wanting to change it. And could you let go of wanting to change it? Now see if there's anything else about your parents' attitudes about their bodies or their attitude about yours that you've adopted as your own. And would you like to change that you did that? Could you let go of wanting to change that? Is there anything at all about your attitude about your body that you'd like to change? And could you let go of wanting to change it? Is there anything else about your body that you'd like to change? If so, could you let go of wanting to change it? Remember, there's nothing wrong with taking appropriate action. But sometimes our wanting to change it freezes us in stuckness, prevents us from doing what's necessary. And also, sometimes there's nothing we can do about our body, and our wanting to change it just causes unnecessary suffering, like the fact that it ages. That's what all bodies do. But see if there's anything else about your body that you'd like to change. And could you let go of wanting to change it? Now, if you want to, you can rewind the tape and listen to this some more, because this is a very powerful place for releasing on the body, both on your health and on your appearance. Or you can just do some more on your own when you get a chance. But we're going to move on now. Fear is a sticking place in our consciousness. It's actually an acronym. Fear equals false evidence appearing real. And Lester also used to say that anything you're afraid of will appear in your awareness. So subconsciously, everything that we're afraid of, at some level, we're subconsciously wanting it to happen. Not consciously, but subconsciously. So what are some of your fears about the body? Fears about the condition that it's in, or that it might be in. And see what it is that you're afraid might happen. And could you let go of wanting that to happen? Find something else that you're afraid of in relationship to your body, something you're afraid will happen to it. It might get older, it might get wrinkled, it might gain weight, it might get sick. Whichever it is, or your own. See what you're afraid will happen. And could you let go of wanting that to happen? Would you? When? Find something else that you're afraid will happen to your body. Something you're hoping doesn't happen. That. And could you let go of wanting it to happen? Would you? When? Is there another fear you have in relationship to your body? Are you afraid of getting hurt? Are you afraid of falling? Are you afraid of a particular disease? Whatever it is, could you let go of wanting that to happen? Would you? When? What else are you afraid of in relationship to your body? What else are you afraid might happen to it? And could you let go of wanting that to happen? Would you? When? Take another look about the fear issues you have in relationship to your body. What's something else that you're afraid might happen? And could you let go of wanting that to happen? Would you? When? Now remember, with fear, you can release on it directly like this. Or you can check to see if it's a wanting approval, control, or security, and release on the want. Either one is a very powerful way of releasing on fear. And remember, as you release on fear, you're dropping that as a possibility in your awareness. You're creating a better picture for your life. And not to mention the fact that you'll be feeling a lot better and more relaxed and at ease in your body. So let's move on. Find something about your body that you like. And see if that stirs up any wanting approval, control, or security. And if so, could you let it go? And what's something that you dislike about your body? And does that stir up a wanting approval, control, or security? And whichever one it is, could you let that go? Find something else about your body that you like. And see if that stirs up a wanting approval, control, security, or survival. And whichever want it is, could you just set it free, let it go? And what's something that you dislike about your body? And does that stir up a wanting approval, control, security, or separation? And whichever want it is, could you allow it to release? And what's something else that you like about your body? And does that stir up a wanting approval, control, or security? And could you let it go? And what's something that you dislike about your body? And does that stir up a wanting approval, control, or security? And whichever want it is, could you just let it go? Find something else that you like about your body. And does that stir up a wanting approval, control, or security? And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? And what's something that you dislike about your body? And again, which want does that stir up? And whichever want it is, could you just let it go? And find just one more thing that you like about your body. And again, check to see if there's any wanting approval, control, or security. And whichever want it is, could you allow it to release? And what's something else that you dislike about your body? And does that stir up a wanting approval, control, or security? And whichever want it is, could you allow it to be released? Now notice how your overall feeling about your body has already shifted just from these few things that we've done together. The more you work on this, the better you feel about your body. And as you feel better about it, notice what happens, both in how you look and your level of health. Now let's do one more thing together on this side of the tape. See if just for a moment you can allow yourself to fully allow how your body is and how it feels. Just for a moment. Could you welcome it? Let it be the way it is. And could you relax even more into that sense of welcoming or allowing your body to be the way it is? It is the way it is right now. And resisting it or wanting to change it or all the other feelings we have in opposition to the way it is just makes us feel worse. So see if you can just allow yourself to let your body be for a moment. Let it be okay as it is. Welcome however it is and how you feel about it. And could you do that even more? Is there something about the way it looks or the way it feels that you've been resisting? And just for now, could you let go of resisting it and just allow it to be the way it is? It is the way it is right now. And our resistance and wanting to change it does nothing to help. So could you just allow it to be? Welcome it as it is. And could you just relax into that sense of welcoming or allowing? And even more. And more still. So allow yourself to work with or play with or experiment with this sense of allowing things to be the way they are. Even if it's something you really don't like about your body, a serious illness, or a physical flaw that makes you feel like you don't look the way you'd like to look. You're wanting to change it and resisting it makes it worse. But if you can just welcome it or allow it to be the way it is, you'll feel a lot better, and it opens for the possibility for change. So allow yourself to continue experimenting and working with everything there is on this side of the tape. Each time you listen to this tape, you'll get more out of it. And just as importantly, in fact more importantly, allow yourself in life to notice when you're reflecting your parents' attitudes instead of your own. When you catch that, see which want it is and let it go. And also if you catch yourself worrying about your body or being afraid of something in relationship to it, in addition to releasing on the wanting approval, control, and security, also let go of wanting it to happen. Likes and dislikes would be a great thing to continue working on. And always welcome the way it is. The more you can welcome it, the better you feel.